have given and whatever the note points you have given, you please put it in the form of an algorithm. Okay. Now, is it visible? My screen is visible for everyone? Sorry.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, yes. Just give me 1 minute. Now, screen is okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I need some information from you. Before going to the topic itself is knowledge representation, but I don't get into the syllabus for today. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to into the syllabus. Okay. I wanted to brush up the things which we have discussed previously about what is an agent, because today's discussion will be about knowledge-based agents. Okay. Previously, we discussed about agent, rational agent. Now, in this unit, we are going to discuss the same concept as knowledge-based agent. Okay. Now, I will go to 2 to 3 slides previous for the unit number 1, topic number 2. Okay, for 5 to 10 minutes. Earlier, we have seen this this diagram. Okay. Are you getting my voice, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, earlier we call this as environment, okay? Or we can also call them as world. The world where the agent will work on, okay? Now this is called as sensors. It has, it is called an agent. By using sensors, it is taking inputs from the environment. Those inputs, we are called them as percepts. Okay, don't think that I'm taking once again. No, this topic is very much necessary for me. So 5 minutes I will discuss about this and I will go. Okay, don't feel in a negative way. This topic I need to brush up for 5 minutes because my next topic is knowledge-based agents. So I need some inputs from this topic. Okay, I'm discussing. Okay, now as we already know that this diagram is agent. Okay, everybody please echo me for this one by one discussion. This is called as agent. Agent takes inputs from the environment. Okay, this is inputs, IP. Agent take inputs from the environment that we call them as percepts. Also call them as perceiving or percepts. Okay, a bunch of perceptions we call them as percept history. Okay, and using sensors, I used to collect inputs from the environment. Now, agent will act on environment. Agent will act on environment using actuators. Okay, now whatever the actions he is going to perform, then there is a state change in the environment. Now environment will move from state 1 to state 2. Okay, now this we have discussed it. Okay, now taking inputs from the environment, we call them as percepts, and doing actions on the environment, we call them as actions. Okay, now there is a program called as a program which maps input sequence to output sequence. We call them as, is it action agent or is it program agent? Can anyone respond me? I have given a name for that. Is it agent program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, agent program which maps, please, agent program which maps inputs to outputs, that we call it as agent program. Is it okay till now? Hello? This is our previous discussion. Now, let me slowly enter into what is the meaning of act rationally. Okay, an agent is just something that will do something. Okay, whatever the agent, you can call it as X agent, Y agent, or Z agent. Always he will do right jobs. Okay. Now, what are the basic characteristics of agents? Operating under autonomous control. Okay, agents should not rely on other agents. Always, every agent has to perform his jobs or her jobs. Okay, without having any control. He has to manage everything. Okay, that we can call it as autonomous control. Second point is perceiving their environment. Just now we discussed that agents takes inputs from the environment. That itself is called as perceiving environment. Is it okay? Third point is persisting over prolonged time period. Okay, it has to be available. Okay, for a long period of time. Okay, then adopting changes. Whatever the changes for the environment, it has to be in the form of to take the changes. Last point is capable of taking another goals. For example, if two agents are cooperatively working to achieve a goal, okay? Now, this agent has to cooperate with other agents, and sometimes, if possible, it can share the goals of other agents. Okay, then these points we have discussed about what is agent. Then we went to what is rational agent. Okay, which acts to achieve the best outcome. Okay, agent, normal agent, it will do job, but rational agent, whatever job it will do the right job. Okay, with a high outcome. Okay, when there is a certainly best expected outcome, rational agent always gives us best output. Okay, for example, if you conduct an examination 10 by 10, if you ask 10 questions, it will give answers for all 10 questions. That is the basic quality of rational agent. Slowly we moved from agent to rational agent. Now today we are going to slowly moving from rational agent to knowledge based agent. Slowly I am introducing a new concept called as knowledge base. Okay, now till now any doubts? This slide is belongs to earlier slide only. Okay, now if you have any doubt, I will. Now shall I move? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, please. Now I think everyone understood how slowly we are moving from agent to rational agent. Now rational agent to slowly I'm going to introduce a new term for the same diagram. Okay, I'm taking the same diagram, environment, agent, the same diagram I'm taking. Just look at here. This circle you can call it as agent. Please, what I'm doing is observe carefully. I'm not teaching anything. Okay. Now this I will call it as agent. Okay, just listen carefully. And agent takes inputs. Okay, that we call it as sensing. Okay, here you may have environment. From environment, it is going to take inputs, and agent is going to perform some actions on the environment. Okay, this is old diagram. Okay, now we are adding a new concept called as knowledge base. Okay, now what we are doing is, apart from the previous diagram, this is our previous diagram about agent and environment. Now slowly what we are doing is we are giving some sort of knowledge to the agent. Okay, now he will do better job. Okay, now earlier I told you that agents has to extract the knowledge from their experiences, maybe in topic number 4 and topic number 5 of first unit. Now could you please respond? I previously, by discussing about the topics, I told you that while discussing about reflective agent, and another types of environments, I discussed that agent has to get the knowledge from the experience. Can anyone respond for me? While discussing about knowledge, while discussing about types of agents. Okay, one of the agent I told you that the agent has to get the knowledge from its experience. Initially, agents doesn't have any knowledge. By getting some experience, he has to get the knowledge. Okay, by using that knowledge, he or she, that agent, is going to perform jobs well. Okay, now what we are going to feed the knowledge. Okay, we are going to feed a new type of box to the agent, that is called as knowledge. That I will be also called as background knowledge. Is it okay? Now knowledge can represent in a machine. Okay, now how we are going to represent, in what way we are going to represent the knowledge. The first point to be remembered is, as I told you, that knowledge has to be given to the agent. Yes, what the agent will do is it is going to perform actions. Now wait a minute, let me arrange it. Now it is this agent, by taking the knowledge from the knowledge base, and it is going to do actions better than previously. Okay, before giving the knowledge, it is going to perform some action in one way, and after getting some experience and knowledge, and it is going to do some better actions compared than earlier. Now what is my question is, how the knowledge will be represented, and in what way knowledge will be given to the agent. Can anyone have anything to discuss about this point? My question is, Yes, I told you that knowledge has to be given to agent. Now, my question is how the knowledge has to be represented. Now, you have already discussed in first year, first semester. Maybe I think Vijayendra sir has taken a subject to you. It is nothing but mathematical foundation for computer science. Do you have a subject?
Yes, sir. It was renamed as discrete mathematics.
Yeah, yes, very good, very good. In my age, at my age, when I'm studying, we have a subject in the form of MFCS, Mathematical Foundation for Computer Science, and we have studied another subject called as discrete mathematics. Okay. Now, I think Vijayendra sir has taken the subject. While teaching the subject, sir may told you every sentence will be called as preposition. Is it okay? Did sir told the same thing? Knowledge will be represented in the form of symbols. Are you getting me? Knowledge, yes. Now, knowledge will be represented in the form of some sort of statements. Every statement can be called as preposition. Every preposition returns true or false. Did he discuss the same thing at that time? Maybe 2 years back.
Yes, sir.
I think when I studied my PG, there is a subject. There is a book called Abraham and Kendall, discrete mathematics. What subject? What book you have preferred? We don't know the textbook, sir. That is the. But at my time, whatever the textbooks, what a subject we still I know all the textbooks and all the others. Shall I move to the next slide? My question is, but no one answered for my question. Okay, please let me write. Please, how the knowledge can be represented in a machine? Okay, this is an agent. Agent can be called as a machine. Agent can be called as a program. Now, my question is, how the knowledge will be given to the machine? Now, can anyone respond with your answers? Based on that, I will go to next topic. Could you please answer for my question? I think you have already completed mathematical foundation for computer science. You know about and symbol, R symbol, not symbol, and maybe you know the basic things. Now, entire second unit will discuss about how to give knowledge to the machine. Okay. Now, give me one. The entire second unit is nothing but knowledge representation. Okay. How the knowledge will be represented. We are going to discuss only that topic. I think prepositional. How many? Do you have the knowledge of preposition logic? Normal forms in discrete mathematics.
That's predicate logic, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think it. Do you have notebooks with you? Preposition logic notebooks. Maybe you have studied in first semester. Did you? Otherwise, did you given to any juniors? You please take them, and we are going to do some problems from that also. Okay? Shall we do? If you have the notebooks, so please gather them. Okay? Yes. Now, let me ask some questions. Okay? How can we represent knowledge in a machine? Okay? Previous slide, I have told you that how the knowledge will be represented. Okay? In order to represent a knowledge, do you need a language? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, if I want to give a knowledge to the machine, okay? If I want to teach a computer science, now we are teaching computer science in the form of languages. It can be in the form of a C language or C++, Java. Nowadays, maybe Python and R. Okay. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it may be some X language. Okay. Language. Okay. Now, in order to represent the knowledge, we have to select a language. So here we have to have a language. Is it okay? Now we need a language to represent domain knowledge. Is it okay? What is the meaning of knowledge and domain knowledge? For example, if I'm doing a project in library system, because I'm sitting near library, so I'm taking the library example. If I ask you to do a project on library management system, okay, now what you will do? First, you have to collect the requirements from the librarian. You will go to Vivek and sir, what kind of project do you want? Okay, he is going to give some requirements. Okay, you are going to prepare a SRS document, then you are going to arrange the documents. Based on that, you are going to prepare a small coding program. Will you do the same thing? Are you getting me? If you are doing a machine learning project or artificial intelligence project on banking, or insurance, first you should get the knowledge of the domain. That is called as domain. Knowledge is different from domain knowledge. Is it okay? Domain knowledge is nothing but on what area you are going to work. First you have to get entire knowledge of that. Now what we have to do is, now a machine or an agent is working on some environment. Okay, first what we have to do, we have to feed that kind of domain knowledge to the machine. Are you getting me? Here I cannot give my own knowledge to the machine, to the agent. Whatever the program or whatever the project the agent is doing, that domain knowledge I have to feed it to the machine in the form of a knowledge. Will you agree? No response. Thank you. Now what kind of knowledge we have to feed it to the machine? Okay, it is always domain knowledge. Okay, now there must be a method to use the knowledge. Okay, what we will do is, first let me go to your textbook example. Now that then I'll come back. Otherwise, no, sorry, textbook examples I cannot go in the first class itself. So let me continue. Now, for example, if I have given some knowledge, okay, there must be a method to use knowledge. Okay, that we will discuss it. Okay, now for example, whatever knowledge I have given to the machine, now that knowledge, will it understand by the machine directly? Please.
No, sir.
Yes, very good, very good. The machine should have a inference mechanism. Is it okay? The machine what? Yes, I have given the domain knowledge to the machine. The machine has to study the knowledge, and it can take whatever the knowledge which is needed to solve the problem. Are you getting me? That kind of mechanism we are calling them as inference mechanism. Is it okay? That means whatever knowledge I have given to the machine, that it has to consider and it has to think itself whether the domain knowledge which has fed it to the machine is correct or not. If it is correct, in what way it has to consider. For that we need a inference mechanism. Okay, will you agree up to here? If a machine wants to use that knowledge, whatever the knowledge we have fed it to the machine must have a thinking capability. Okay, then it has to think rationally whether the knowledge is okay or not. If not, it has to take another knowledge. If that knowledge which we have supplied to the machine is not sufficient, it has to get the knowledge, other knowledge. Okay, that means it should have some thinking capacity, and it has to. Nowadays most of the people are learning data science, machine learning, data mining, deep learning, and analytics. What for these technologies are coming up into the boom, what they will do is, you give any knowledge and they're going to extract the knowledge. Okay, initially there will be raw data. From the data they are going to extract the information. From the information they are going to extract the knowledge. From the knowledge they are going to extract the wisdom. From the wisdom they are going to extract the insights. The knowledge has in that several forms. Initially, data. Data will be processed, you will get information. Information will be processed, you will get knowledge. Knowledge will be processed, you will get wisdom. Wisdom will be processed, you will get insights. In that way, okay. Nowadays, this concept they are calling them as analytics. Any doubts in this till now? Hello?
No, sir.
Yes. Now, just if you understand this gist, then you can easily understand my syllabus. Okay. Today I'm not getting into syllabus. I'm giving what is the input we are giving to the machine. Okay. Now, whatever the domain knowledge we have in our hand, that we will be feed it to the machine. The machine has to have a knowledge. Okay. It has to inference whatever the information it has given. It has to use some kind of machine learning or deep learning or analytics kind of machine. Okay. Now, that means whatever knowledge you will give, input you will give, that input, from the input it has to extract the information. Okay, knowledge or insights. Okay, now the process of extracting knowledge, the process of correct knowledge from that domain knowledge, it is known as inference mechanism. Okay, that anyway, that I will show you within 2 minutes. Okay, now will you agree, if I want to need a language, now a language should have both syntactic and semantic knowledge. If I want to represent a knowledge in the form of a language, do I need syntax and semantics of the language?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Syntax is nothing but grammar. Okay. Semantics is nothing but meaning. Okay. Will you agree? Now, in the first slide, what I told you, up to here, this we have already discussed in unit 1. Now, in unit 2, we are going to give a knowledge to it, knowledge to the machine. Now, what we are discussing, in what way we are providing knowledge. Just we discussed that knowledge can be represented in the form of language. Okay. Here we have given that the knowledge can be represented in the form of a language. Whereas, if you want to represent a language, you should have both syntax and semantics. Syntax is nothing but grammar. Semantics is nothing but meaning of the grammar. Will you agree up till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. I'm not teaching any new, okay? Whatever you have studied in since last 2 years, the same thing I'm teaching. Now, I'll ask some question. Please answer me. For example, laughs Tom. I have given a knowledge in this way. Now, what is it represents? Is it Tom is laughing? How can you interpret this statement? If I give a statement in this way, in MFCS, maybe in discrete mathematics, always you will have some sort of statements. Okay, statements are called as preposition. All prepositions will return true or false. In the very next coming slides, I am going to discuss it. Now, if I tell you this statement, how can you interpret this statement? If you think that I have given,
It will return a Boolean value, sir.
yes, very good. Now I will tell you after one slide. I will tell you that point. Okay. Now I need what it represents. Laughs Tom. That is it the meaning of Tom is laughing? How can we interpret this statement? There is no specific meaning. Okay, I have not given clear-cut knowledge about it. Are you getting me? Here, I don't know what exactly the meaning of this. Now, for example, if you look at this, I have given likes Sunita Atidi. Now, what the meaning? How can you interpret this information? You please respond. In what way you have?
Does Sunita likes Aditi?
Yes. Maybe Sunita likes Atidi or Atidi likes Sunita. Is it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good, very good. Slowly, I'm getting into your topic. Okay. Now we are going to represent the logic in the form of formal languages. Now, here we are going to in the entire second unit we are going to discuss about prepositional logic. What is preposition? Now let me. Anil is intelligent. This is. Shall I call it as a sentence? Shall I call it as a sentence?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, this we will call it as one preposition. Every preposition we will call it as, every sentence is called as a preposition. Is it okay? Now, every preposition returns either true or false. Will you agree with my statement? Hello? Now, Anil is hardworking. It is another sentence. Shall I call it as another preposition?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I combine these two statements, if Anil is intelligent and Anil is hardworking, then how can I interpret these two statements? If Anil is intelligent and Anil is hardworking, how can I interpret? Now, if I ask you, give me a knowledge from these two statements, what is your inference? Please, I have given you two statements.
Intelligent and hardworking.
Please, little bit louder. Anil is intelligent and hardworking. How can I interpret these two statements?
Yes.
I think if Anil is intelligent and hardworking, he may get high marks and he may get very good job and he may settle very well in life. Can I interpret like this?
Yes, sir.
One way we can interpret. That means I can combine one or more statements. Okay. Then it is called as compound preposition. Is it okay? This is Anil is intelligent. It is one preposition. Anil is hardworking is one more preposition. Now, if I combine both of them, if Anil is intelligent and hardworking, then we can interpret it as Anil scores high marks or he will get very good package in GR18 2021 placements. Are you getting me? Previous year, last year, one student got 37 lakhs and another girl student got 33 lakhs and another 6 students got 16 lakhs package. Are you getting me? Now, how they got the package? Because of their, now I have introduced, I called the person who got 47 lakhs. Okay. He told only one point. Okay. Maybe I'm moving ahead from 1 minute. Now I'm taking 1 minute of your time. I called the person, his name is, we start with he's from CSC guy, CSC 4th year. Now he's in internship. I called him and how did you get that job? He told me one link. He has sent me that link. Okay. Total 1 year he's worked on that link only. Okay. That is lead code. Did you know about that lead code?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. He has given me, sir, I have not studied any textbooks. He has not prepared anywhere, but lead code he prepared. He went to that website and whatever the problems that are given in the lead code, he solved all the problems and he got around 47 lakhs package. Okay, you kindly ask your seniors how they are preparing well. Okay, now here also, if you know the two statements, now he is also normal person, but he practiced 6 to 8 hours per day on the lead code itself. Okay, will you do the same thing? Will you do it? Yeah, otherwise when my class is going on, you please type it in the Google. Okay, what is lead code? Okay, and he had done all the problems of data structures which are given in lead code. Okay, now Anil is intelligent. We call it as one preposition. Anil is hardworking. Now, but if I combine those two statements, I'm giving an inference. Look at here, this inference, what I'm giving, inference I'm giving. Anil scores high marks. And I can also write that he can get 50 lakhs campus placement, 50 lakhs job, 50 lakhs job. I can infer. It may be correct, it may not be correct. Okay. And I will call this as compound preposition. It may give you a true or false. Okay, every preposition logic may return either true or false. If the statement is okay, I will go to next slide. Is it okay? Shall I move to next slide? Please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Where we have started. Earlier we know only sensing and actions. Now slowly we have added knowledge. Okay. Slowly we have a knowledge. What if we discuss knowledge can be represented in the form of a language. Now what language we are going to represent? A language should have a syntax and semantics to represent it. Now slowly we are going to represent what type of logic we are going to use? Preposition logic we are going to use. Okay. Now just now we discussed that every preposition, every sentence will be represented in the form of a preposition. Every preposition is going to return true or false. Till that we have discussed it. Now slowly. For example, look at here. Anil is hardworking. Okay. Now if I give, now let me, it is not the right way to discuss about. Now observe carefully. Now, earlier we have discussed in the form of sentences. Anil is intelligent, Anil is hardworking. Okay. Now here we have represented the knowledge or information in the form of sentences. Is it? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Can I represent this in this way? Anil is intelligent. Intelligent Anil. Can I represent?
Yes, sir.
Anil is hardworking. Can I represent this here in this way?
Yes, sir.
Now slowly. Okay. Now look at here. Slowly. Just now we told you that whenever you want to discuss about a language, okay, you should know about syntax and semantics. Now slowly we'll discuss about 5 minutes about what is syntax. Now let P stands for intelligent. Okay. Earlier we represented Anil intelligent. We are going to represent as in this way. Okay. If I represent Anil intelligent Anil, if I call the statement as P, okay, can I represent like this? Now I am representing hardworking Anil as Q. Okay. Now if I call P, it is going to show it as intelligent Anil. Now if I call Q, it is going to show it as hardworking Anil. Now slowly what I am representing, slowly moving to syntax. Now if I press P, it is going to print as intelligent Anil. If I press Q, if it is going to print as hardworking Anil. Will you agree for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, slowly we are going to now in preposition logic, we have some sort of symbols like and, or, not. Slowly we are going to do this. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of P and Q? Is it now for and symbol, P and Q, and symbol, we are going to use this symbol. Okay. Anyone knows about this symbol?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is this symbol name?
And.
Okay.
Content.
And L. Okay. Now, if I want to make R symbol, and means both the statements has to return true. Is it okay? That you already know. So I'm not discussing. Okay. And means this statement has to return true and this statement has to return true. That we are going to represent it as P and Q. Is it okay? Then if out of these two statements, if one statement returns true, okay, then I will use R symbol. R symbol can be represented like this. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now can I call P and Q and PRQ as compound statements? Are compound
sir.
prepositions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Shall I erase? Yes. Now, look at here. What type of vocabulary we are going to use in preposition logic? A set of prepositional statements, which we already use the symbols as P, Q, or it can be, it is your wish, okay? Each of which can be true or false. It can be a preposition P, it can be a preposition Q, it can be a preposition R. All these statements will return either true or false. Till that, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, what sort of logical operations we are for and we are using this symbol, okay? For or we are using this symbol. For not we are using this symbol, and we can also use implies. Maybe in your 10th class you have studied about implies. Okay, are you getting? We'll discuss about what is implies within 2 minutes. Okay, that means I'm going to use these 4 logical operations. Okay, often sometimes we can also use parenthesis. Is used for grouping. Okay, are you getting me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There are sometimes we'll also use some special symbols to represent a true. I am going to use T. To represent false, I'm going to use F. Till now, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Now, please, how to form prepositional sentences? For example, shall I call this as sentence? P itself as a sentence?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That means it is not a compound. It is a simple sentence. Now, it is a compound sentence. P and Q is also a sentence. Is it okay? P R Q is a sentence. Not P is a sentence. P implies Q is a sentence. Okay. Anything is a sentence, please. In preposition logic, anything is a sentence. Nothing else is. That means anything can be represented in the form of sentences. Okay. Are you getting me? Will you accept my point? Anything can be represented in the form. It can be a simple sentence or it can be a compound sentence. It is okay. Anything can be represented in the form of sentences. Now, very, very important point we are going to introduce is sentences also called as well-formed formulas. Now, we are going to use this terminology after 2 to 3 classes. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, all these sentences we have represented like this. P, it can be true. It can be P and Q. It can be P, R, Q implies R. All these are sentences. Will you agree? Now, nothing is to discuss. Now, we have already know what is how to represent knowledge. We will see. Okay. Now, let me get into this example. Now, I need 10 minutes. I need everyone's attention. Okay. If you have any queries, you please wait. After 5 minutes, you please have. Okay, please. Now, everyone, please look at this example. Okay. Now, I need your attention for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, okay. The child can write. Please, I have a sentences. The child can write. Please, could you please answer me? Is it now? If the child is in the nursery, will she write or will he write? Please, boss.
He can't.
Data is inadequate, sir.
Data is, please respond carefully. What is my question? The child can write. If the child is in the nursery, how it will be inadequate? If the
Sir,
child
you asked a question regarding his gender, his or her gender.
no. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't ask about gender. The child can write it in the nursery. Is it true or false?
False.
Yes. Now, if the child is in class 2, will she write or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sure.
Now, what is my question is, now nursery is in one world. That is nothing but one kind of environment. Okay, nursery is in one kind of environment. Class 2 is another kind of environment. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Every environment, yes, every environment can be called as a different world. Okay, environment is a different world, and class 2 is a different world, and high school is a different world, and university is a different world. Is it okay? Now, if the world is changing, whatever the statements we have in our hands, sometimes the statements may be true, sometimes the statements may be false. Now, will you agree for my for this point?
Yes, sir.
Now, I need the answer from you, please. Yes, the same sentence in one world it will be true, in another world it will be false. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. I need some response like this. Yes, very good. Now, please let me take another example. I think it is okay. Same predicate P, please. Same predicate P, same preposition P. The child can write within the nursery, it is false, whereas within class 2, it is true. Please. Now, the child can speak within class 2, is it true?
Yes, sir.
Now, within the nursery, is it true?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Now, that means same sentence will act as in one word, it will become true. In another word, it will become false. Will you say? Now, while discussing about object-oriented programming, we will teach that. Since maybe 15 years I'm teaching that. A student, if you consider a student as an object, okay? Are you getting me? Please, this topic is very, very important. If a student is an object, within the classroom, his attributes are his class, his roll number, his name, and in which class he is doing. And his properties within the class are reading and writing. Same student, if he goes to canteen, his operations are different. Maybe he is going to play music and he is going to listen, he is going to eating. And same student, if he goes to his home, his attributes are different and his properties are different. But the same thing, we call it as abstraction. That means within the class, his properties are X. Within outside of the class, his properties and operations are Y. But the same object, sometimes he will be represented in the form of a true, sometimes he will be represented in the form of false. Will you agree for my statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ali,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much. Thank you. Now, that I need one conclusion. This, yes, very good. Now, come here. Now, I'll take one more preposition. Ram is intelligent. Are you getting me? Ram is intelligent. Okay. In class 2 and in class 3, how he is now? Now, please, Ram is intelligent. In class 2, he may not be intelligent, but in class 3, he is intelligent. Will you agree? Some students, those who did not get good marks in 10th class, he may get very good marks in intermediate. The same students, the student who got 97 in intermediate, he may be failed in 1 or 2 subjects in BTech first year. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, yes. Now, please, what I mean to say is the same preposition will act in one way in one word, in another way another word. That is my intention to teach. Okay, please. Now, Geeta is diligent in class 3 and she is diligent in class 2. That means every sentence will do in one way in one word, in another way in another word. That's it. Okay, now come to here. So how do we get the meaning? Sentences can be compounded as prepositions. We interpret each atomic preposition in the same word. Okay, in the same word, it will be in one way, in Another world, it will be in another way. Okay, assign truth values to each preposition. Okay, what we have to is we have to assign truth values either in the form of true or in the form of false, depending upon the words. Compute the truth values of the compound statements. Now, what we will do in knowledge representation is we are going to combine two or more statements or one or more statements. Now, earlier we have combined this statement. I asked you one point. What is it? Yes. Anil is intelligent, Anil is hard work. What I asked you, get it? Yes. If both are true, then he will get good marks. Where is it? Yes. He is get very good marks. That means inferences has to be taken by us. Now, if you want to give knowledge to the machine, please, if you want to give knowledge to the machine should have an inference mechanism. Will you agree for my point? Now, all these discussion, why I am moving is to give you the information about this, what is knowledge. Now, you understood what is a knowledge? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you have a knowledge base in your hand, you need to have inference engine. Do you need the second inference engine must have with the agent? Will you agree for my point? If you have a knowledge base, if you have a domain knowledge base, in order to process that domain knowledge base, you should have inference engine. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Now that is the introduction for my second unit. Now shall I close this PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes. We'll see 1 minute about what is equivalence, and anyway we have seen and or. Slowly we'll see 1 minute about what is. Anyway we'll see it later. Implication. P implies R. If P is true, then Q is true. Okay. P implies R. If P is true, then definitely Q is true. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, a simple example. If it rains, then roads are wet. But remember carefully, opposite is not true. Please. Vice versa is not true. Please remember carefully. The rule for P implies Q is only one way. Only one way. If P is true, Q will become true. But in this way, it is false. Is it okay? Please. If the roads are wet, that doesn't mean that it is rain. Are you getting me? In Hyderabad, there are so many places. Water leakages are there. Maybe water. Maybe because of pipe leakage. It may be because of another sewage pipe leak. So any kind of. It doesn't mean that it will rain. Okay. Remember carefully. Whenever we are using implication, it is always one way. P implies Q. If P is true, then Q is true. If Q is true, that doesn't mean that P is true. Will you agree for this statement? Then I will close this. If you say okay, yes. Now, equivalence. If equivalence, then if P is true, then Q. Then in this way, it is okay in the equivalence. Okay. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, shall I close it? Now we will get into the syllabus knowledge base. Shall I close this? Now, our input is today's topic. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Please. Let me do press F5. Okay. Now, where we have to do? Is it knowledge-based agents? Earlier we discussed about agent. Sorry, please. Earlier we discussed about agent. Then we have seen about rational agent. Now we are going to discuss about knowledge-based agent. Okay. Now agents have knowledge with it. Earlier I told you in first unit I told you that agents will acquire knowledge from their experience. Now here what we are doing is we are feeding knowledge to the agents. Now based on this knowledge, they will do the actions more better way. Okay, are you getting me? Now if the agent has a better knowledge, then it can do better. Okay. my topic is this one. The central component of knowledge-based agent is knowledge base. Okay. The central component, the central unit for the entire knowledge-based agent is knowledge. Now that means what if you give a correct knowledge, then the agent will do right job. If you give a wrong knowledge, if you feed a wrong input to the agent, always you will get wrong results. So initially, knowledge base is a set of sentences. Okay. I already told you what is a sentence. Are you getting me? How the sentences will be represented? I already discussed in the previous slides. Sentences will be represented in the form of, please. Sentences will be represented in the form of
Preposition.
Prepositions.
yes, very good, very good. Every preposition returns
True or false?
yes,
Boolean
very
value.
good. For that purpose only, I can start from this topic, but I wanted to give that knowledge. Okay. Now, everyone, whenever you are going to discuss about knowledge base, we have to discuss about set of sentences. Okay. Now, maybe I will take you some additional classes about NLP. Okay. Natural language processing. Okay. That we will discuss more about sentences. Okay. Maybe in next semester you have in data science, you have one full-fledged unit in natural language processing. Okay. Now, each sentence is expressed in the form of language called as knowledge. Okay. Just now I told you that what kind of language we are going to use. That is prepositional logic. Is it okay? Are you getting it? Now we are going to give the input to the machine in the form of preposition logic. Now, yes, this slide is very, very important, Amma. Now, till now I told you that there are two components for knowledge-based agent. What are the two components? First one is knowledge base. Will you agree for this? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
The first one is knowledge base. Knowledge base contains some set of statements in a formal language. It can be in the form of preposition language, okay, which represents some sort of assertions in the world. World is nothing but environment. Okay, are you getting me? The sentences will be represented in the form of sentence in the world. Earlier I told you some two words. Okay, then I will give the knowledge here. What remember, very, very important. Always we are going to discuss about the domain specific knowledge only. Remember carefully what knowledge you are going to give to the machine, that is called as knowledge base. That is domain knowledge. In the previous slides also I told you what is domain knowledge, please. Okay, then the machine should have inference engine. The machine should have inference engine. Whatever the knowledge you will give, that knowledge has to be inferred. Okay, nowadays machine learning is doing the same thing, and data analytics is doing the same thing, and deep learning, they are doing same thing. They are getting inherent or hidden knowledge from the knowledge base. Okay, now what the inference engine will do? Inference engine, by using some sort of machine learning algorithms or deep learning algorithms or some sort of any kind of algorithms, okay, by using algorithms, it is going to extract knowledge mechanism to derive a new sentences. Don't call it as sentences. As per my knowledge, I will call them as wisdom, knowledge, insights, relationships, patterns. Are you getting my terminologies? Hello? Now I am giving so many terminologies. Now what the inference engine will do is, inference engine will extract the knowledge or information or wisdom or insights. Then nowadays they are calling them as patterns or relationships or hidden knowledge. What we are going to do is, from this knowledge which we are going to extract hidden knowledge, from this from the extraction of the knowledge, then your agent will do better, okay, than earlier. Now I will wait for 2 minutes. Any questions from this? It is very, very important. Any questions? Knowledge based agents has two components. First component is knowledge base, which always contains domain specific knowledge. Then inference engine. Inference engine, by applying some sort of algorithms, it is going to extract hidden knowledge from the knowledge base. And from that knowledge, whatever the knowledge it acquired, the machine will do better than, and it will increase the performance of that agent, rational agent. Okay, by applying knowledge, by applying in very good knowledge to the rational agent, it will do better and it will perform better, okay, in any kind of problem solving. Is it okay? Any doubts? Ma, kindly respond, Amma.
No, sir.
Huh?
No doubts, sir.
But no one is responding. Now we need to discuss about, we have an algorithm, okay, that is generic knowledge based agent. If you want to know about this algorithm, you should know about, here there are some terminologies. What is input, what is output, and what is tell, what is action, what is tell. Let me define them slowly, okay. Now the algorithm takes input as perception. Same thing, rational normal agent also take the same perception only as input. It will do actions. Will you agree? Every agent, what is the input for the agent? Is it perception?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What it will return? It will return actions. Then what? Just play. I'm going to attach a new point. Agent maintains knowledge base. That we are slowly adding third way. Okay. We know that agent takes inputs from the environment in the form of perceptions using sensors. Agents will do actions by using actuators on the environment. Third point which you are entering slowly, knowledge base. Till now we have not given knowledge base. Okay. Now we are giving knowledge base, that is also called as background knowledge, also called as domain knowledge. Is it okay? Now remember carefully. Now each time agent program is called, it will do three things. Now these three things will be represented in the form of terminologies. First, it tells the knowledge base what it perceives. For example, I have a knowledge. What is the input for the knowledge? Is it perceiving?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the meaning of perceive? It observes the environment, please. It observes the environment and takes the inputs. That input will be given for the knowledge. Is it okay? Are you getting me? Initially we are going to give inputs for the knowledge. Second one is, second asks the knowledge. Now based on the inputs will be given to the knowledge, and we are asking the knowledge base what action I am going to perform. Please listen carefully. Previously while discussing about environments, there are 4 environments we discussed it. Each and every environment will do some action. It is just based on the knowledge base. I think, did you get that previous discussions about environments? Now whatever the action it is going to perform by the agent, first it will contact the knowledge base, then only it is going to perform. Okay. Second point is, it asks the knowledge base. First agent will get the inputs from the perceptions, and the inputs will be given to the knowledge base. What the knowledge base will be, previously I told you that knowledge base will be represented in the form of tables. Okay. Now what actions that I am going to, agent is asking the knowledge base for that inputs, what action I have to perform. Now it's a process of answering machine. The inputs will be given to the knowledge base, and the entire reasoning, what the Siri is doing, and what maybe Android, what kind of is it answering machine? What is the name of Android answering machine? Apple, it is
Google Assistant.
Google Assistant. Yes. Now the input you have given to Google Assistant. Now Google Assistant, what it will do? It will do some extensive reasoning. It is going to perform some sort of algorithms. Then it is going to return something. Is it okay? Now what is the input will be given to the knowledge base, and it doing some extensive reasoning. Okay, from the inputs and from the current state, and it is going to give some possible outcomes. Using that outcomes, the agent is going to perform some actions, and you can look at here. Agent records choice of tell, execute some actions. Clear? First one is, the first point is, agent is take the inputs, and that inputs will be given to the knowledge base, and The knowledge base will run some sort of algorithms. The knowledge base will run some sort of algorithms, and it is going to return some sort of actions. Will you agree? Same thing I have. Tell, action, tell. Now slowly we'll discuss about this. Now around time is 10:05, 11:05. I wanted to stop the discussion. We'll continue tomorrow. I have to fill some. Is it okay till now? Tomorrow we'll discuss this slide and we'll close it. Any doubts till now?
No, sir.
Yeah. CR, could you please take the snapshot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shall I close the class? Do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, be available. I will be available for next 5 minutes, please.
Sir, just a second. I'll
Yes,
take that.
yes.